ATK in this thing. TKG, what is good with y'all, man? Listen, I was simply just gonna make like an Instagram, you know what I'm saying, like little story thing to this, but nah, man, this is kind of crazy. This is fucking wild. Tory Lanez just got sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Now, if you know me and like you know my history with Tory Lanez and everything, or like how I feel about him and stuff like that, if you don't know, I don't fuck with him. I do not like Tory Lanez in the slightest. I just want to make that known before I say anything I'm about to say. Okay, I'm not Megan Thee Stallion's biggest fan either, but you know what I'm saying, she fought and she had to go through a lot of hell, and she's still going through a lot of criticism for this. This is kind of excessive. It truly feels excessive to me. It does. This sentence is fucking wild. This case has been dragged on for fucking years. The evidence was in and out. You had Megan's own friend or former friend coming up and saying, nah, no, nothing happened and all this shit. You had doctors saying that there were no, bullet fragments anywhere and stuff like that. You had all these variables. You had celebrities not picking a side. You know what I'm saying? It sliced, people's, you know what I'm saying? It sliced it in half. Women were for Megan, and dudes were for Tory. And dudes are still for Tory right now. Go in any comment section talking about this, and you will see a bunch of guys saying, "Oh, Megan the horse is a liar, free Tory," and all this dumb shit, which, by the way, fuck y'all. Y'all are fucking disgraces to men everywhere. I hope when you get a girlfriend and she goes through some shit, there's a bunch of motherfucking niggas sitting there saying, "Man, fuck that bitch," and then you will truly see how Megan feels. When you're the only one in the room supporting somebody, or you know what I'm saying, fuck it. Just know that y'all suck, okay? I do not fucking like Tory in the slightest, but 10 years is fucking ridiculous. 10 years is crazy. And let me make this clear. Again, I'm not sitting here, I'm not taking a damn side. Throughout this entire thing did I not take a side. I made predictions on who might have been wrong in the situation. And I was back and forth as things were coming out, but at one point I just went, man, fuck it. I'll wait for things to clear up. Eventually we found out that Tory Lanez was guilty, and I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? All respect in the world to Megan Thee Stallion and her camp, you know what I'm saying? And peace to her, And I wanted Tory Lanez to learn his lesson. And he's in prison. He's learning his lesson, And he's going to continue to learn his lesson, and now for a decade. Tory Lanez is going to be in there for a decade. I don't know how old he is. Like he's like 30 or whatever, 20 something. It don't matter. He's about to be a decade older when he becomes released. He's either going to be about 40 when he gets out, or he's going to be about 30 when he gets out. Yeah, that's a long time. That's a long fucking time. That's a long time for simply wounding somebody. Let me make this clear. Again, I am not sitting here saying, I'm not trying to justify anything that Tory Lanez did, doing, none of that shit. Tory Lanez is a piece of shit. I remember when he ran up on Dax and forced that nigga to apologize about a diss. I remember the whole August Alsina shit. All the smoke. He stole a song from 6 Seconds. He's done a lot of grimy shit. He has done a lot of grimy shit. But 10 years for simply wounding somebody is fucking ludicrous. If I came up to you right now and punched you in the mouth and had just seen that and threw me in there for 5 years, I feel like that was too much. If you got suspended for like a week for like throwing a paper ball at somebody, you would feel like that's excessive. I got suspended in school for like fucking 3 days for chewing gum. It doesn't compare to shooting somebody, but all the same, the message is still there. Simply shooting somebody. Megan did not die. Megan wasn't in there fucking, fighting for her. I mean, I can't say that. I can't say that at all. You know what I'm saying? In the video, you saw Megan walking back and forth when the cops told her to move, and there was blood, after each step that she took, and it looked disgusting. It looked very, very gruesome. She did go through pain. Let's not dismiss that shit at all. She went through pain. She did. But I've seen cases where someone got murdered and a motherfucker got less time than this. 10 years. I want to say it's because they're celebrities or whatever the case may be. 10 years. I was on Instagram asking how long did I think that case would be. I was asking people to give me, you know what I'm saying? How long y'all think it's gonna be? I said 5, and really with the 5, I was being kind of like thinking in like a judge, like okay, yeah. At first they said the minimum was like 8 years, if I'm not mistaken, and still 8 years seemed kind of fucking crazy. He simply wounded that woman. He's gone through all lengths to stay away from her and all this shit and everything. The whole DaBaby debacle where, you know, Megan couldn't work with DaBaby anymore because, you know, yeah, he was around Tory Lanez and shit. She genuinely has disconnected from anyone that's took his side, and rightfully so. When your friends are fucking with your ops, you don't feel like that friend is actually your friend. I've been through that before, where I've had enemies, and you know what I'm saying, my friends are sitting there buddy and wanting to, you know, do shit with them. It's happened. But 10 years for wounding somebody is fucking crazy. And I say wound, I'm not trying to downplay her pain, but all the same, Megan was back to doing what she was regularly doing in like a fucking week. A week. She was back to twerking and doing all the shit that she usually did in like a week. She was able to do an album and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Go on tours, do everything. It didn't keep her out of action. I forget who it was. I think Boosie, somebody had got shot that very same year, wheelchair for like 2 months. But Megan was up in like a week. Again, not downplaying her pain, but my God, 10 years for a week out the game is fucking crazy. Maybe he wasn't allowed to hold the gun. I'm dismissing the fact that maybe he had other charges on him, like the August Alsina shit, having the gun in the first place. If he wasn't allowed to have that gun, then there you go. That adds time, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? But when we keep everything within this case, I still don't understand how 10, like, you know what I'm saying? If he violated his parole or something like that, sure, that would add time too. But 10 years. 10 years for not even a week out the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? No sighting of a wheelchair. You already back, you know what I'm saying? All the respect in the world to Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm sorry. I don't see it. I do not see it. I don't understand it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I do not. I'm not gonna run on talking about this, man. Simply put, y'all tell me if I'm bugging, if 10 years is the right time or not enough time. Y'all educate me on this. Legitimately educate me on this. Like, tell me if this is justified. I want to know if it is. Maybe I'm missing some things, because as it stands right now, I just don't get it. I don't get how 8 years is the correct, you know, route to go in this situation. It really truly does not make any sense to me. So educate me in the comment section. Y'all tell me if 10 years was the right amount of time. Y'all tell me, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know something, man. Good luck, Tory. There's gonna be some motherfuckers in there that, yeah, alright, bro.